we're up. Oh yeah. There we got some lighting. Nice. Nice. Okay, I gotta move this over here, documents. It's a lot of text. Well, let's rock it. Let's see what happens. What's up, Hollywood, David? Yo, Hollywood. I'm in LA ish. I'm more like Riverside area, but that's a whole different story. Oh, let's get ready for the next stream. It's almost like a stand-up comedy show where it's like, let's get ready for the 6 o'clock show. The 3 o'clock show was banging. That was like a dope episode. Oh, I appreciate the coins. Thank you so much. We got Tank. Tank's back in the house. Good to see everyone. You guys ready for another round? I rebranded myself. Let's see if that gets more people in. It'll be very interesting. At the end of the day, this just gets people to stop the scroll, which is interesting. I'm in Redlands. Y'all, you're doing great. No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Sup, San Francisco? Johnny, San Francisco, right? If I'm not mistaken. I don't know why that just comes to mind. It's like, at least I try to remember people's people's names. Good to see everyone. Welcome to another great show. We're going to be jamming. I think that was a pretty good like style of show. It's like, yo, if you're struggling to get leads and sales, the AI doctor is in. Let's help you guys get leads and sales, help you guys grow your businesses at the end of the day. So I think that was a good episode. We helped Sonia in the previous episode. People seem to resonate with that. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can find more people like that. Let the algorithm bring them to me. Bring them to thyself. Oh, I got a little music going on. Nice. Hope everyone's doing a great night. This is the evening show where we hang out. It's going to start warming up, but nice. Hope everyone's having a great day. We can start talking about automations, business, leads, all that fun stuff. Can fix that as far as the grammar. Felipe, welcome to the show. You guys could put in, I mean, either a Tank or Hollywood. You guys could jump off the conversation starting off. Excuse me. Starting off and be like, what's your guys' business? If any of you are struggling to get leads or sales, please put in your business in the comments and then we could get started. It says multiple.co.coms. It says impla. Is that because .co? Is that? Oh, is that when you go on it? To like when you click on it? Technically, it should take you to simpletechskills.com if you use that. You're talking about the QR code. Like it should technically, if I double check, let me also double check my own QR code. End up sending people to like DraftKings or something like that. That'd be funny. No, on the screen now, the text, not the QR code. Is it just not showing, or like you're in TikTok world? Because technically you should see a banner that says Simple Tech Skills. That's what I see. Let me see if like this is. I appreciate the help, Tank, letting me know. Because I see Simple Tech Skills here. Is that it's cropped? I wonder if it's your phone though. Let me know, Hollywood David. Do you see Simple Tech Skills, like in the middle? Let me know. And then Felipe too. Chicago Lux Modeling. Appreciate you guys. Good to see you guys. Let me know if that's what you see. He says no. No, as in you can see Simple Tech Skills. You see the whole URL. I've got iPhone 15, so I don't think it's my phone. Same. I got i12. That's good. Yeah, have mostly everything ready for SaaS using high level. Have done, gonna. So like, yes is cut off. Oh, yes, you see it. Okay, cool. Okay, as long as you see it, I just double check because the first time I'm like rocking this like setup, so I'm like I'm always curious about tech support and make sure. So I appreciate that. Okay, cool. So that people can see the website. Appreciate that. Um, Barrett in YouTube world says, "Do you do hands-on training?" I do. Well, it depends. I have one-on-one coaching. If you go to simpletechskills.com, you could book one-on-one coaching there. I'll even give you guys a discount, actually. I'll give you guys a discount. Let me go to that. Let me drop the price right now because it's like ludicrously expensive. So let me drop the price. If you guys want to do one-on-one coaching and just book an hour of my time, happy to do that. Let me update the link so that you guys can, I could bring in more people. So let me go here. I use TidyCal for like the calendar links. So I'll show you guys, like TidyCal's way better than Calendly. Right now it's like, yeah, it's very expensive, trust. I'll give you guys a discount on this. So if you guys want to book an hour, it's just $197. $197, you could book an hour, you could book it anytime. I'm pretty flexible as far as like the scheduling, the availability. Let's see, what does that look like? Yeah, it's usually Monday through Friday. You could pick a time slot. I'll send a promotion of that to my email list. So exclusively just for you guys, if you guys want to do like for Barrett, you're interested in online coaching. If you go to simpletechskills.com, I know you're on YouTube, so technically it's this website link right here. When you go there, it basically right here is one-on-one coaching. That's where you could click and you could book, and you could literally book an hour with me, for example. So I just dropped the price so you guys could save some money and still get some one-on-one access to me. That way I can help you guys get leads, get sales, do business coaching. So I'll probably just leave this up so I could just reference that because I like this slide. So this will attract more people. Sasha, good to see you. Chicago Lux Modeling, good to see you, each and every one of you. Chicago Modeling says Implied Tech Skiles. Oh, really? It is that bad? Why TikTok are you doing that? Sorry, I Streamlabs then. It's like Streamlabs, why are you doing that to me? It's really been the like, let me see. What can I do? Oh, no, because I have, man, it says Implied Tech Skills. Okay. I think I will probably fix it later. Debating. I should probably hide it then. I'll fix it later. Thank you guys for letting me know. I'll just reference this. At least the QR code should technically work. It says simple. Yeah. Let me know. I'll fix that because it was the first time rocking that. So I'm like, interesting. Of like show vertical, show horizontal. Oh, you can only see if it's like one. Okay, so I'm playing with Streamlabs. The rest of the text is cropped. Okay, I wonder. I've never seen myself live on TikTok. Let me see if I go to my TikTok. I can actually watch myself live. Let's see. Am I live? Wait, TikTok is not even showing me live. What is this TikTok? The rest of the text is also cropped. Arcing heck up. What? Really? Zoom in and out? No way. Thank you guys for letting me know. Like, arcing. Wait, marketing checkout. So it's cropping it. Okay. So let's do this. Hold on. This is helping. Let me crop everything because I think it's too wide. It's cropping the left and right side, including the QR code. Okay, cool. Yeah. I got you. Okay, that's helping a lot. So technically, if I do this, thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. I'm literally like making stuff up as I go every day, trying to like make this work. I think I could get this here. I appreciate all your guys' help. I literally would not be able to do this without you guys. So let's see if we can crop this a little. And then bring this in. Now we're getting into like graphic design. Okay, I think if we crop that, and bring that in. Okay, let's try this one, V2. No, you need wider borders. Yes, I like that. Must be, okay, so wait, so let's try this V2, okay. And then let me download, okay. So reply yes if it looks. Wait, hold on. Let me upload it right here. Cool. Okay. So gone. Okay. So that. Let's see if that fixes the crop. Say yes, that works, or no, it's broken. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes. Okay. Cool. I appreciate it, Tank and Hollywood David. You guys are the MVP of tonight. I appreciate it. That means all my other live streams have people are like, "What the fuck is he putting on his screen?" Just this dude can't spell, and he's the AI doctor. Can't spell Arcadine. What's implied X skills? Tinderbox Bakery says hi. Glad I caught you live. Awesome. We can rock. We're in, baby. Okay, so that was a fun episode last time that we did, where basically we had Sonia. She's a Shopify store owner. She's struggling to get leads and views and sales, and so basically that was the thing. Was basically we put your URL link. Okay, let's see if we could fix. I know how to. I think I could fix that. So that lets me know that if I do this, I need to crop this in to bring that center. So that technically should show a little better. If you could see, you forgot to put the website. Okay, yep. Oh man, you guys, I'm literally making up this live stream kind of thing because this is the hack. So like from the I thank you guys so much. I appreciate. Put it up a little bit, yeah, because the line. I got you. That makes sense. So like, I know we're all OCD of like wanting to make sure it crop. Okay, hold on. Well, I gotta like zoom it here so I can see it real quick. I see. I gotcha. So I could bring it up right about. I think that is right there. Because like this is the same setup of what you guys are gonna do when you go live too. So like I'm kind of like perfect. Okay, I think I got that. Tinderbox says, just joined. How did you help the Shopify account you mentioned? Perfect. Okay, cool. Awesome. I'll talk about this live setup in a minute because just for a marketing point of view or a live point of view, going live is where you're basically going to nurture your lead. It's like the best form of content is going live. People get to see the authentic you. You get to help them over deliver value. Now, I watched a bunch of live streamers that basically they were a TikTok agency. And they had a sign up, and I was wondering, I was like, why do they have a sign up they never change it? And I was like, oh, that's interesting. This helps stop the scroll so that people go in the first 2 seconds when they slide into the live, they're like, what is this live about? Why is this guy talking? He's midway talking about something I have no clue about. But then you could catch that and you'd be like, struggling to get leads and sales. Oh, you're either going to be a business owner or you're not. And it's like, oh, okay, I see that. And they're like, hey, get a free marketing checkup from the AI doctor. Oh, I could get something free. That's a really dope lead magnet like catch. So this is meant just to stop the scroll. And then as I go into like, because you guys know me, I'll go into like slides and share stuff. That's where the branding of the website, because then people like midway are like, oh, they may have to bounce for whatever reason. They have to do dishes, and then they can go to the website and be like, okay, so this is just trying to figure out the branding and marketing going live, because I'm like, that's helped the scroll and stuff like that. So that's a dope hack. Yeah, this definitely, please steal these tactics. This is like how, like, because there's no live masterclass. There's no how to do live like book or training or course that exists, because this is like so new. Like, how do you go live? Because like, so that's where it's like here. Let's break down going live, and then I'll address Tinderbox and show how I help that small business owner get more leads and sales. So number one, when you go live, surprisingly enough, the first thing that stops people is the camera quality. You need to have a really good camera quality, like sharp lens, microphone. That already is going to elevate you above anyone else that's like live streaming from the phone. It's such a harsh experience live streaming from the phone. So that's why camera quality is number one that you'll invest in. Number two is using Streamlabs. So Streamlabs, and I stole this from the Twitch streamers. I was like, how are they showing their desktop computer and also what's on their screen? I was like, oh, this is different. This guy has an advanced setup. Like, how are they doing it? They're using Streamlabs. It's completely free. But I was like, okay, cool. That's tip number two. Tip number three, you have to put like some hook or attention grabbing, like some you have to talk about the pain point that your ideal client is suffering and the benefit in, we'll call this the attention slide. The attention slide does two things. One, it's like you're scrolling and you're going to read that first sentence, and either you know this is for you, or you're like, oh, I'm going to go watch cat videos or watch something else. So we're like, oh, I'm a business owner. I'm struggling to get leads. Yes, tell me you read my mind. And then next is like some incentive, something they're going to get in return for viewing some, like, it's basically like a lead magnet. Basically, it's like, oh, if you stay and talk about your business in the comments, I'll give you a free marketing checkup, and I'm the AI doctor. So now they know who I am. They know what they're going to get in return, and they know they are in the right room if they're struggling with that pain point. They're like, oh, there's probably something I could learn here to help me grow my business or something like that. And then for the people that aren't, that after some whiles, like they'll watch maybe 45 minutes or an hour in, then the QR code I think is better than the website, because sometimes people mistype the website or they forget the website or for whatever reason. So I think the QR code helps them just like click the button, link, and go straight there. So that's the marketing strategy around going live, because I'm competing with these people, like these live stream shoppers from here, where these people are basically, they're live streaming a product 24/7, and that's where it comes in. And so they're live streaming talking about the product while the other person is fulfilling the orders. So I'm studying them of like, how are they going live? What are they doing differently? How are they, number one is like go live more often. So I'm like, okay, I was doing once a day. I'm like, okay, I should probably go 3 times a day. Let's just accelerate it. And so it's like, and what I'm using as a metric too, but how can they scan a QR? So interesting enough, if you're on an iPhone, you can screen grab, or not screen grab, take a screenshot, and then in your photos, if you push down on the QR code, it turns it into a link. So if you screenshot on your phone, I know most people don't even know how to do that. That's a whole nother side. But screenshot on your phone, then go to your photos, hold down on the QR code in the photo, and it will turn it into a website link. So I think more maybe like that's a very small percentage of people that actually know that. So maybe the website, even that is like, because you could website, and like I'm sure you guys know that you can, if it's a photo and it has text, you could run your finger over it and copy like a URL, like the text in it. So maybe that works. So maybe I'll remove the QR code in the next one. That way I can emphasize the text, just be nice and bold. Actually, I don't want to do it right now, but I'll do it on the next one. So we're learning and going. I'm literally like, just like studying lives is a whole different thing. Just did it in Android. Nice. Because and where the QR code, the strategy I get it from, when people do coaching or consulting, and they have you go through a webinar, they're like, hey, go through this whole webinar. At the very end of the webinar, what they do is they show a QR code, and then they have the website link, and then they have a button. Some people will press the button. Some people will take a picture of the URL and maybe come back in another day. And then others, they'll take a picture of the QR code, that, because that's technically like in webinar world, that's the link to the checkout because it's a separate link it's like a special link, because they're like, hey, thanks for watching the webinar. If you found this helpful, go to this QR code and you get a special 20% off when you buy. Technically, just takes you to my lead magnet page. It just takes you to Simple Tech Skills, enter your email, and it's like lead magnet. So it's like, I'm not taking you to a direct buy now. I want you more as a lead magnet. So it's like, let me take you there, and that's where so keep the QR code. Cool. Yeah. So it's like, I mean, different people, that's like, how can I still stay connected with you in some way that I'm like, so it's like, these are like all marketing hacks that you could take and steal. Highly recommend steal all these. Sharon says, hi, Jonathan. Good to see you. Sharon, let me say hi in our community chat, because you popped on and then popped off, and I didn't get to ask if you had any questions. So let me just send you a message. Do you have any questions that you need help with? I know we have our one-on-one, but go ahead and you can send me a message, and then if you have any questions, Sharon, I can answer them, because I know you missed you can only spend so much time during the one-on-one, so I want to make sure I give all my members attention to make sure I help everyone. Here to level you guys up. That's the cool thing. Welcome to the show. For all the new people, I guess I'm going to start branding myself just for the fun of it. We'll see. We'll see how long that train rides. As the AI doctor, I'm here to help you get more leads and more sales using AI and marketing is really the main things. So if you have a business, go ahead and put in the chat what your business is and what you're struggling with, and then we can kind of like diagnose. I'll spend like 10 minutes kind of like breaking down your marketing strategy, how to get leads, how your organic content, how your pages. Sharon's like, we'll do, just lost connection. No worries. I know you're dealing with the internet connection, so don't worry. I want to make sure you're still part of the community. We're here to help you no matter what. So was that quote, all tides lift all boats, or something like that? I think that was a Kennedy quote. Lightbulb Smile says, what would be a good automation use case for financial advisors and professionals? For sure. So the first thing I would say is, number one is the marketing is my pyramid. Cool. Kind of looks good. Yeah. From the pyramid, before you get into automations, and like, cause automations is like this stage right here. You need to first, we won't get into like computer productivity. That's just a whole different thing we'll get into, but you need to make sure your marketing is dialed in as a financial advisor or for professionals. Like, you need to make sure that you're posting daily consistent content, like 3 times a day. You need to be going live once a day. You need to have a lead magnet as your funnel, so that all that traffic that you're getting is sending them to your lead magnet. So before you get into like automation, that's the first thing that you need. It's like, make sure your content is dialed in, you're consistent. You have a lead magnet page that you're consistently getting leads daily from your content, for example. Then later I would look into automation, because the automations are basically trying to automate whatever manual tasks you as the financial advisor is preventing you from getting more leads or getting more sales. Is it estimations? Is it constant questions with customers? They don't know what's the right plan or whatever. I mean, for stuff like that, the next would be like chatbots. Adding a chatbot on your website. Oh yeah, and then we got to go back to, sorry, I have ADHD. So Tinderbox Bakery, I'm going to answer how I fixed the Shopify store right now. I promise. Him says, can I rewatch this live? 100%. All my lives are not pre-recorded, are recorded and saved on my YouTube channel. You guys can take a screenshot here, and you can, if you go to the live tab, you can literally see every live that I go 3 times a day. It's insane. And so for the financial advisor, like, make sure your content is consistent and value, and like you're putting out volume, you're getting consistent leads, you have a lead magnet, not a sales page, and you have to have a funnel. Fix all that, then I would go into automations. Your first automation would be a chatbot, so that chatbot knows everything about the services, what's the right thing, and people could go and ask questions like that there. Let's see. So, okay, Tinderbox Bakery. Tinderbox Bakery. That's such a dope name, by the way. Bakery, online classes, just so seem to get traction on it. Oh, that's very interesting. So you have online classes that teach people how to do baking or start a baking business. Tinderbox Bakery. Dope. We got our first one. This is awesome. Let's rock. I'm excited for this. There's like a 10-second delay on like TikTok. We do baking products. Oh, gangster. Dope. Okay. Okay, so this process that I'm going to go through, we're going to start with Tinderbox Bakery. We're going to help them fix their marketing so they could get more leads and get more sales. If you notice, my process is going to be the same. Like, it's usually I always try and work from a framework. So it doesn't really matter what business or service that I'm really working with. My marketing framework is usually the same that you could apply. So think of it always more high level instead of like, oh, what about something specific? So there's always something that you could learn along the way. So number one is we need to go to TikTok, because you need to figure out, you do want competition. Competition is important. we had a coaching call with a business owner today, and he was like, I have this novel idea. There's no other competition or people doing what I'm doing. I should probably be first to do this. And I'm like, no, that's a red flag. If no one's buying Google ads on the keywords, if there's no like people creating content around what you're doing, that's a red flag to not do that as a business. Basically, I want competition. I want people making lots of money in my business or in my market, so I could come in, study what the most successful one's doing. There's a quote, I'm sure you've heard of it: success leaves clues. So I want to go study that. Him says study your competition. Step one, perfect. Let's actually framework this so that, because you guys know how like visual I am, like I'm just going to put it here for right now, and then we can kind of like refer to, so everyone becomes a marketing expert as well too. So number one, study your competition. So let's take that step one and let's use that as an exercise. So for Tinderbot, I'm going to go to search, and I'm going to search how to bake. How to bake. I could probably do how to bake cookies or whatever. Okay, we got a lot. Now, I'm going to open a bunch of these because I want to see which people have which ones are actual businesses. Some could be bakeries. Some people could be affiliates. So basically, I'm opening a shitload of tabs. I want to see who. Oh, this guy definitely looks like he bakes. Okay, dope. Because I want to know. I'm going to know by the link in bio. Amazon, they're an affiliate, so that's not them. Here, helping people make more. Okay, cool. Let me go to your website. Amazon, they're an affiliate, Amazon. So again, affiliates aren't really a business. So that's why it's like, oh, you have no business, you're a hobbyist. Homestead Bakery, okay, cool. You have a stand store, nice. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, you're in as a realtor too. It's like these two dual things. Is like, are you a realtor or are you a baker? Like, pick one. I like the lead mag, but look at this. Come here for my free baking sourdough recipe, and then right here, are you trying to sell your house? This is a huge marketing error. Like, you need to like be one specific thing to one specific customer. You can't be a baker and a real estate agent and expect people to take you seriously. So this is like really good because people are like, what the fuck are you? Are you a realtor or are you a bakery? Like, what am I going to come to you for? It's like, but, and then she does her own pork. What the fuck does she do? She does like 5 different businesses here. Gone. Sorry. Because like the riches are in the niches. Affiliate. I feel like we're getting closer. Jose Cooks. I may go to Google too. Food recipes. Nope. Because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of TikTokers don't know how to market, which is like, nope. Lifestyle. Savage Kitchen. That's a dope name. Okay. 500 recipes. Okay. Got the website. Okay. Amazon storefronts. It's like, don't do Amazon. Look at all these link trees. Don't do a link tree. Whatever you do, do not use a link tree. That is like it's like a website. It's the worst thing that you could do for your business. Monica, I don't know what the fuck you do, Monica. Man, okay, so obviously it's a little hard. No one knows what the fuck they're doing on TikTok, so we need to go to Google incognito mode. So if it was easier, we'll find this. So we're gonna go the back way. I just closed my stand store, thank God. Yeah, trust. I'll show you the whole process, marketing and everything, because now I understand. So how to bake course. Nice. Okay, look, this is critical. You need to figure out what people would type into Google to find your product or service, which is good. Second, a green flag is you see sponsored ads. Sponsored ads are a good sign. If you don't see sponsored ads, either try different keywords. Maybe it's a different type of keyword, for example. But if you try a bunch of different keywords and you're still not seeing sponsored ads, that's a red flag. Like that means there's not that much competition or demand, for example. Q says, why not have a stand store? Do not have a stand store, a link tree, because what those do is like anytime you present more than one button for the customer, your conversion rate cuts down to 50%. Like you lose 50% of potential sales just by presenting two different buttons for them to choose. It's kind of like choose your own adventure. It's like that's not how marketing works. Marketing is putting up a lead magnet saying, hey, you just came to, I know you're cold traffic and you just went to my TikTok, you watched me how I bake cookies, you really found some helpful videos. Go to my link in bio, which is my landing page. So like mine, when you go, I'll actually show you mine. So if you just watch my content, you're like, dang, John gives really good tips on AI, marketing, and business. Hey, do you want 100 best AI tools? Fuck yeah, I want 100 best AI tools. So I click on it. It gives a warning, of course. Notice there's only one thing to do on this page. Enter your email and get my offer. I'm not selling you anything from the link in bio. This results in 40% of leads converting into. So literally you can make 4 times more money by adding a single opt-in page that only has one irresistible offer and one button that they go to from all my link in bio, everything on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel, same thing. Here's the link, takes you directly to the same place. In every video, same thing. It only has one link. Let's click this one. There are 2 ways. The only thing, do you want 1,400? They're all go to the same lead magnet. It's very important. People who do link trees don't know how to build funnels and don't know how to build websites. That's why link trees became so popular, because they're like, you don't have to know what you're doing with marketing and building a whole complicated website and funnel. That's too complicated. You could quickly just add buttons and let your customers choose your own adventure. It's been the most cancerous thing for like marketing, because like people don't make money off link trees. Sorry. It's just because then they hire me as a marketing expert and then we triple their revenue in like 90 days. And it's like, why? It's like, oh, because we actually know what the fuck we're doing. We're doing these principles as far as build a funnel, send your traffic. Sorry, please forgive me. I cuss a lot because I'm super passionate about this, and it frustrates me that like business owners literally could be making so much more money, and it's like these little tweaks that it's like, oh man, it's like you could have doubled your revenue all last year had you not. But it's just people don't know. So that's why that's why I'm doing this show. I'm the AI doctor here to help cure your leads and sales ailment, disease, we'll call it. So that's why the link in bio is so critical. So like, let's take now back to the baking example. So you do want, someone said, you cuss a lot? No, you're good. Just talking, just passionate about this. Like, okay, so your Tinderbox Bakery does baking courses, for example. So I typed in how to bake course, and I'm just gonna pick one right here that says sponsored. Perfect. Oh, look, pastry school, dope. I'll click on that because I want to click on all these ads. Technically, sadly, every time I click, it's charging them money. I mean, sad, but ooh, bakery, pastry course, bakery, and then here, that's pretty good enough. Because I want competition. I want to know what does success look like so that I could copy it for my business or for my clients, for example. So from here, I've got some tabs and I'm like, ooh, 100% online pastry education, decent. They have culinary. It's just decent. They're like more bigger ones. What I'm looking for, this is like get a career in bakery. This career from pastry school from basic to pro. This is fucking dope. There's 5,000 people who have bought this $14 course for how to build cakes, this and that. Nice. Are there other Udemy courses? If you guys never seen Udemy is like, I go to Udemy to buy courses on stuff I want to learn. It's like one of the largest, like I would go there rather than go to college. So look at this. So they got courses, and the nice thing about it is that let's just pick this one for example too. Actually, that's the most popular selling. That's why they're running ads to it. Nice. Okay, cool. So we found a course. Number one, we found like they're literally running ads to that. Which one? Right here. So it's like pastry online courses. So it's like dope. People are searching for it. People are buying it. This is an actual proven product that 5,000 people are happy to spend $14. And this is a low ticket price. This is great because if you guys remember from because I'm always going to reference my presentation and my slides, here we have the value ladder. When customers meet you, the first step into the stairway of trust is a lead magnet. you need to give them something of free in exchange for their email, because they only have like 5 seconds with you. You're like, hey, are you interested in baking? You're like, yeah, I've got a how to bake 101 guide that's completely for free. Do you want that? You're like, I'm busy, but yeah, sure. Here's my email. We'll talk later. I didn't think I wanted. Yeah, we'll talk later. You're like, cool. Thanks. Have a great day. And you're going to follow up with them through your email marketing, because your email marketing is then going to send them to a free baking masterclass. It's a 1-hour webinar where you're going to wow them on here's how to do baking. Here's the top things that you need, for example, to how to do pastries or whatever, for example. And then at the very end of that webinar, you sell your course. So if we think of the funnel, like let's break down that funnel, which is technically going to be like this. So they find you through your content, which is traffic. They watch your videos, basically. Then their videos, there's only 3 places that are going to find you. Is honestly priority TikTok, second Instagram, third is going to be YouTube. Only 3 places. Don't worry about any other social platform. Next, you're going to send your only link in bio and only call to action, especially when you go live, is say, get my free guide, or like it's a lead magnet, but it's like, get my free baking guide, my top 10 tips for beginner bakers, or how to bake XYZ in 30 minutes with 0 effort and no mess, or something like that. Something free. Then right here, you're going to do, it's one of 2 options. You could do, you technically would do both, but you need a webinar and then you need to go live. Both of those are what's called conversion events. The conversion event is basically, it focuses the attention of your ideal client for a period of time that you could over deliver on value. And then after you've given a period of value or trust, then you can ask for the sale at the very end. And only one sale, only one product. In Sonia, was it Sonia or Sophia? The jeweler in the previous session, it's kind of cool. She had a Shopify store and was selling shoes and jewelry, and had a whole Shopify store with probably like 40 different products. As soon as I went to that Shopify store, I was overwhelmed. I was like, oh, where do I go for that one thing I saw that I wanted? I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. Anytime your customers are frustrated or like confused, gone. They immediately, you literally lost the sale. So that's why you're going to pitch one offer. It's usually a low ticket offer. And that's why it's really good to focus using the stairway of trust right here. That's why your next, these 2 right here are basically combined. Your first product is either going to be $19 or $97. Something in that range is like low ticket. That means someone people have disposable income that they're willing to risk that on a first time purchase with you, because you're basically a stranger. And so they're willing to say, okay, cool, stranger, if I give you money and that looks like something I want, am I going to get 3 times more value? And if that equation works, I'm very happy to spend more money with you, for example. So that, or ascend to your next upsells and products. Kara says, amazing at presenting, love your live. Kara, I've been waiting for you to join the community. I see your content. I see that you, I love that you want to be an AI community or educator too. So I would love to have you a part of the community so that I could share a lot of the AI and wisdom, especially marketing principles too, to help you become successful. So good to see you, Kara. I love your profile. So then next, you have the addition of revenue is always in the upsells, and you always upsell. And I'm going to, she's like, I'm going to ruin dentists for you right now, because dentists are notorious for this. Value ladder dentist. Plus I need to add this slide to my presentation. I'm going to ruin all the dentists. It's not a malicious thing. It's not to say that. It's more of like, this is how businesses should be structured, and the businesses that are structured this way generate more revenue. Like, it's just, these are timeless, these are marketing principles that work. So take, for example, you go to the dentist. If it's the first time you've ever been with the dentist, or you just moved, for example, they're not, when they first meet you or send you like a card in the mail, or first time they, it's usually a card in the mail is usually their thing. They're not going to say, hey, do you want to come in for a $2,000 veneer? You're going to be like, no, first, I don't even know if I need that. That's a lot of money. Like, I'd rather spend that on like a vacation trip to like Fiji or something like that. Like, I could do something else with that money. So instead, they get you in for a teeth cleaning. It's usually a free teeth cleaning and x-ray as their low ticket first introductory offer. That's the first thing that they're going to bring you in for. Then once they got you in for there, then during the it's usually assessment or like evaluation, they're either going to find a cavity, or they're going to say, hey, they're either going to find something wrong, which is like a cavity, and then upsell that, or they're going to find something as an improvement, like a teeth cleaning or teeth whitening, and upsell that. And then they're like, they're going to lead with the question. They're like, do you drink a lot of coffee? And they're like, yeah, I drink a lot of coffee. Yeah, I see that your teeth are really stained from all the coffee that you're drinking. Do you work professionally? And they're like, yeah, I work professionally. You're like, oh, we found that people that smile, have a white smile, generate more revenue. And you're like, oh shit. You're like, and then they go, we're having a special on a teeth whitening package. Would you like to hear more? And you're like, yeah, tell me more about what it is. They're like, for $97 we could give you, or $197 we could give you our teeth whitening package, and it's, you do it at home, and it's real easy, and your teeth could be sparkling white in just a few weeks or something like that. And you're like, now, not everyone will say yes. It's usually sometimes between 3 and 10%, depending on the offer and the need. Only 3 to 10% will ascend to the next level. But you're working in the law of averages, basically. Some small percentage will say yes, and you're just continuously upsell. So that's why, and then later on, some 3% of 3% of 3% will say yes to a $2,000 cosmetic veneer because they've already done the whitening, the retainer, and then they'll go all the way to the cosmetic veneer or something like that. So that's how dentists in 1 year period generate the maximum amount of revenue from each customer. And it's not a malicious thing. It's not a like psychological kind of like they're tricking you or anything. It's like, no, they're just systematically bringing you in at a low ticket price. They're delivering value, and they're improving the quality of your life and the quality of your teeth over time. And some people do value their teeth and will spend more money, but you grow a high ticket client. You don't find a high ticket client, if that makes sense. So back to Tinderbox Bakery. This will be your first low ticket course. Technically, your low ticket course is like a mini course. It's like usually 2 or 4 hours of a mini course for like $14.99, $19.99, $27 would be like the max to like get people in to get a taste of your course. And then some percent. Now, the people that go through the webinar, if we go back here, the people that go through the webinar, only 3 to 5% that go through your webinar will sign up for your low ticket price or your low ticket mini course. And then usually like 3 to 10% will sign up for the full course. I mean, you could do a monthly subscription where it's like, hey, if you join our monthly bakery subscription, we're going to have twice a week baking challenges and questions. We have more courses, and then we have live support, for example, if you have questions about what's the best tools for baking or something like that. If you could get it into a subscription model, that's the way better way. Because right now, I'm not going to lie, we're going to go through a recession, and it's going to be very difficult, and more people are going to be strapped for cash. So the more you could do low ticket monthly recurring revenue in a community is going to be way more valuable than trying to do high ticket one-time buys that people just don't have disposable income. So you kind of have to also know the economy and times right now of your ideal client. So that right there is like a marketing on it for Tinderbox Bakery to sell. And then if we find this person, pastry chef, we could kind of find she's making money with that course. So then if we reverse engineer and find her profile, we can see what content she's making. Oh, look at her content. Look how beautiful this is. It's like, ooh. And then if we go link in bio, oh, look, link in bio takes you to her baking courses, by the way. So that's so now you could find someone who's creating content, who has a course, and I would copy, if I go down, how sad pro tip, don't build your site with Wix. She built her site with Wix. She can make more money if she gets off Wix, because such a shitty website. I'm sorry. Because like technically she would have all her if the smart ones, they would have all their social media profiles at the very bottom, and sometimes you could go and find their TikTok and see what they're doing, but she's not. She puts it up here because and she's not on TikTok. That's horrible. Like she could literally be making 3 times more money if she gets on TikTok, she does live streams, she funnels everything to a website. It's not even a website, it's a Wix site. So it's horrible that people aren't going to take you seriously if you don't have an actual domain too. So it's like she just looks like a hobbyist that's like, she could make more money, but it's like these little things will make you more money. Cool. That's a good example. Great example. So she's made 14.99 times 744. She's made $86,000 from this course, this $14 course. Isn't that insane? Like $86,000 from a $14 bakery course. Now, granted, yes, Udemy does take a percentage of that, but she doesn't have to do marketing. She gets organic marketing from Wix. She could accelerate that if she creates daily content. Remember our content rules? Create daily content, go live. She could triple her revenue. She could make that in a month. Honestly, that could be her monthly revenue if she really took this business seriously. So Tinderbox, I hope that helps. That will give you a framework to sell your awesome bakery course. I look forward to hopefully I can eat a cool bakery or a pastry from a student that has gone through your course. Kara has a really good question. What do you recommend instead of Wix? This is very important. I'm very passionate about this. Please do not, I should put like a whole Wix of like, okay, so do not buy Wix, Squarespace, WordPress, Webflow, GoDaddy, any of those tools. There's only 2 tools that I recommend for building your funnel and not a website. Plus even like Zoom is celebrating. First one I recommend for most businesses just because it's like simple, it's reliable, it's cheap. I don't want to say it's cheap, but it's the most affordable option for your marketing. Leadpages. Now, great, I'm not sponsored by any of these tools that I mentioned. I could give a fuck. Like, honestly, if I mention it, it will make you more money. That's the only, and it's made my clients more money, and that's why I only recommend these tools. So like, super unbiased. Leadpages is it's easier to build a beautiful website than Wix. It will work beautifully on mobile device, any device basically. But more importantly, you can build a funnel. And with the funnel, you get analytics to see how well that page is converting so that you can improve on it to get more leads, to get more sales. And more importantly, you have 2 pages. You have a lead magnet page, and then you have your sales page. You have to keep them separately, and both just have one action to either sign up for the lead magnet or purchase your mini course, your low ticket course, or something like that. Your lead magnet could be a webinar. If you do coaching or services, for example, you want to do a webinar, like a 1-hour masterclass on how to like achieve this or do this, for example. And then you pitch one offer, which is from the sales page that says, okay, if you found this helpful, you could buy the full course here, for example. So always keep them separate. Like, for example, on my website, the only link in my bio is simpletechskills.com, which is the lead magnet. So this captures 40% of traffic and converts them into emails. You're never going to get 100%. You want to aim for at least 20%, meaning if you send 100 people to this website, 20 of them sign up with their email. That means that you have something irresistible that they want, which is good. Then you could stack it or increase the value, and you could A/B test to get it to where I'm at. I spent like a month A/B testing that offer, so now it's converting at 41%, and I'm like, done. I don't have to, there's nothing else I could really do to improve that. That's enough that I could send cold traffic or even ads to it, and I could statistically bring more people into my world. Then on the sales page is the next page. This is the sales page. Sales pages have a video sales letter here. I got to update it because I got a bunch of testimonials to add now from students, which is awesome. So you have a video sales letter that pretty much in 2 to 10 minutes talks about who you are, or you actually don't talk about who you are. You first call them out saying, are you a first-time baker looking to learn all the skills it needs to become a perfect baker, or to bake your own stuff at home without the mess and without the without buying expensive pans and stuff like that? Hi, my name is John. I'm an expert baker, and I can help you become an I've helped over 200 bakers bake beautiful, delicious treats in 30 days using my course. Look at Sally. Sally was a first-time baker. Now she opened her own bakery store. Look at Jack. Jack struggled because he's always loved sweets, but now he's gained 30 pounds because he's become an expert baker and he loves eating his treats or whatever. Something, I mean, so it's like testimonials is always the thing. And then here you have your checkout, your sales. Now notice the pricing. The pricing is low ticket. If it's under, technically, if it's under technically, if it's under $500, hmm, I've seen it work that well. If it's under $500, you don't need a sales call. If it's $500 to $900, you need to send them to a webinar or a challenge or a masterclass to nurture them to why they should buy. But anything under like $500, they're either going to say yes or they're going to say no, or they're going to wait until like payday 2 weeks later or something like that. Like my sales cycle is 14 days. From the day you meet me, 14 days later, if you want to, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to use AI to get more leads and to get more sales, you're going to sign up for the AI community because of you've watched my content, you value, you're like, holy shit, he's giving all this away for free. I can't wait to see what's in the community, which is like 10 times more. So that's the sales page. Basically all this is built in Go High Level, which I would only recommend for the advanced people, like some people that are more tech savvy. But you could get away with just lead pages for your website. Just don't do Wix. That's a long way of answering. Tank says, can I combine AI tips for businesses and AI community with a marketing service for barbershops and nail salons? Wow, that's like 3 different demographics. Like you want to be the marketing for it's always like product or service for niche is like the equation. So like you're the marketing service for barbershops, or you're the AI automation agency for barbershops or something, or nail salons. And you have to pick one. You can't do both. You have to just pick one, because your content, your website, your video sales letter, and your testimonials all have to be the same niche, all have to be talking. You can't be talking about barbershops one day and then talk about nail salons the other day, or get a client for barbershops and then nail salons go to your website and all they see is barbershops. It's like there's 2 different demographics that you have to be very hyper. I love the balloons. Yeah, you have to be very hyper specific on, because what they're looking for is they're like, are you the guy specifically for me and only me? Like the lady from that we just saw right now, she's a baker and a realtor and an Amazon affiliate. And it's like, what the fuck are you? Am I going to go to you for bakery advice, or am I going to go to you for sell my home? But if I want you to sell my home, I don't want a realtor that part-times as a baker. I want the best realtor so I could get the most from my selling my home. Same thing with bakery. It's like, why the fuck am I going to hire you or take your services as a bakery or buy your courses if you part-time as a realtor, because you aren't the expert in that. So that's why you have to be very niche down, and that creates confusion in your marketing for your client. Tinderbox says, thank you. Awesome. Chairman says, I want to start importing coffee to Europe from Africa. Any idea? Same process. It's like find what people who are already doing that, importing coffee from Europe or to Europe from Africa. And it's like you kind of have to sell first to your distribution in Europe, like get the customers. Like you're going to go around to all the coffee shops, have them taste. Usually as the owner, you ask them to taste, like, my coffee is from Africa, has like less pesticides, it's healthier, we could get it shipped and it's fresher, whatever. They try it, either they're going to like it or not. And then you put them on a trial. You're like, hey, I'll send you for the first month completely for free. Try it out. And if your customers like it, you actually, and then for the coffee shop, you have to incentivize them that they're going to make more money from selling your coffee versus what they're currently selling. It could be higher margins, could be higher price, could be bundled things, because it's like, what's the incentive for them that they're like, why should I sell your coffee when I could get it for cheaper using this other service or something, if it's fresher. So for those coffee shops, like, you have to make them more money by using your product, for example. Great questions too. Sasha says, I'm going to put this slide up real quick so that we have this kind of going. Thank you guys again for the Tank in Hollywood for the help. Sasha says, any objections to using HubSpot for website and landing pages? Yeah, website's trash. Website, it's so weird. HubSpot fundamentally was mainly for SEO and for like basically it has the analytics to like track people, like what websites did they go to on your website, what blogs did they read, and like score them and stuff like that. But the problem is, no one goes to blogs anymore to read. They're all on either TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, fundamentally. So HubSpot is pretty much a dead product unless you're like selling enterprise level kind of things. Like you're a large corporation that's like at least like you have to like minimally 200 people. But even then, you're stuck in the same spot where it's like HubSpot is a great CRM, but it's super. So for context, I used to be a Salesforce admin. So like we would shit on HubSpot all day, as far as like what it's used for. It's useless. So there are better CRMs out there. There's like Pipedrive, which is better. There's Close.io, which is also better. It's like cheaper because you just want the CRM. HubSpot is stupidly expensive though. That's the downside. It's like anytime you start going into email marketing or you start adding their like sales thing, like HubSpot is too expensive, honestly, for what they don't deliver any more value than you could get from like Pipedrive and Make.com or like Go High Level. Like you could, for a fraction of the cost, get more value from any of those other tools than HubSpot. It's like they lost their market niche, which is interesting. Great questions. Hollywood Davis says if fresh cookies baking might sell more homes. I mean, back in the 1970s or 60s, people used to bake cookies to sell a home. When you walked in, you're like, oh, it's like my mom used to be a realtor, and so like that's what she would do. She would bake, and then the home would smell, but she couldn't sell for shit. And that's a different story. But just because your home has, people buy homes for the weirdest reasons. Like they'll buy it because it has an extra garage space, or because the color, or it's close to their work or their family. Like people buy for the weirdest reasons that the realtors really don't have any control. Like I see a day where realtors are essentially obsolete as a career, because it's like they don't really need you. Like you can technically sell a home without a real estate license. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of realtors don't like that secret. The one secret realtors don't like to know is that you can sell your home without a realtor and save the whatever 6%. That's another thing. Clip 28 says, so lead pages over websites? 100%. Yeah. Sign up for lead pages. It's like $49 a month. Of course, you could save on the annual plan. Hook up your domain. If any of you don't have a domain, go to Porkbun. Porkbun, I know it's the weirdest name, but it's like the funniest, like best marketing. Porkbun is like the cheapest, most reliable, simplest like domain. Buy a .com. Don't buy a .io or a .org or some random don't just something simple.com. Just buy it. It's like $14 a year. Don't spend more than that. And then you hook that up to lead pages, and then you build a funnel. You build 2 funnels, one for lead magnets for leads, and then 2 for sales. They have to be separate, which is important. But good questions. Hollywood says sales funnels over websites. Yeah, funnels over websites, because websites technically died 10 years ago. Like they're and even websites are slowly going away, because everything now is technically everything now is sold through live, and then through DMs, like messaging kind of thing. Because like it's actually the lives that now direct the traffic to whatever your sales page is, basically. Like people watch the lives usually after about 14 days. Like again, they'll jump into lives, they'll get a ton of value for usually 1 to 2 weeks, and then if they're my specific demographic, they're like a business that's looking to get more leads and sales using AI, then they'll immediately sign up for the AI community, and they'll be like, fuck yeah, I'll spend the $259 to join your community, because all my members are like crushing it right now. We got 30 members in 30 days, which I'm super excited for. All organic content, nothing in paid ads, which is super dope. Let me just move this here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I just want to say that you're allowing me to do what I love to do. Let's see. Tank says, marketing beauty services, nails for girls and barbers for boys, because I think it's the same process. Now, it's actually, I'll give you an example too. If we go to Sport Clips, it's not Sports Clips. It's let's do haircut franchise. I'll show you, and I'll show you a great example. Haircut franchises. It's the one with the like Great Clips. Okay, Great Clips. Let's take Great Clips for example. When I coached a barbershop, I was like, "Who's your ideal client?" He's like, "Oh, men, women, older, younger, kids, dogs, anyone with hair. I could cut their hair, and they're my ideal client." I'm like, you're not going to grow a business in any shape, way, or form using that. You have to be so hyper specific, because if you're any one of those, the other people go, "Oh, you're not for me," and you're trying to be something to everyone is like the hardest thing, the worst thing to do. So Great Clips. Who do you think Great Clips markets to? Because again, same thing. They could do men, boys, older, younger. But look at the hero in this image. It's a male in his mid 30s, not a woman, not younger, not kids. All this is the hero is a male. So then, if you go down to their ads, if you guys don't know, you could go to Facebook. Or actually, if you go to Facebook ad library, you can see everyone's ads. And I could type in sports clips and we could check out their ads, because that's where it's like that's where they're spending their money. So they can't market to everyone. They have to be very specific. Was it Great Clips? Was that it? Yeah, Great Clips. Okay. Because when you spend your money, you can't waste it trying to market to everyone. You have to be super specific. Great Clips. Here we go. We go to their Facebook page. This is Great Clips. Here's all their ads. If you don't know, Facebook ad library lets you see everyone's ads. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, they've changed it. Yeah, look here. Ignore the other ones. They're doing A/B testing because I know this. Male in their 30s, irresistible offer, $7 haircut. Now, of course, yes, their haircuts are like $25, $30 more, but this is important. Your first sale, you can't charge full price for your first sale. It's a low ticket offer. You have to get people in at an irresistible offer, or else they're not going to try your service. Now, I'll give you an example. When we ran Facebook ads for this barbershop, he's like, I don't want to do irresistible offers. I want to just charge full price. And I'm like, fine, don't believe me. And we ran a 30-day ad campaign. He spent $500 and he got 18 leads. And so he's like, oh, this is great. I'm like, that there's money you're leaving on the table. I was like, just trust me for 30 days. And if not, I will pay you. I told him I'll give you all your money back if this doesn't work. Because I did my market research. So I was like, I know what the offer is. I know what the marketing, study your competition. So then next month we did same ad, $500. We ran the ad campaign and we did a $19 first time haircut. We got 300 leads in that month. We went from 18 to 300 leads because of an irresistible offer. Then, of course, yes, on the second, it was just a one-time, first-time haircut for $19, and then the second-time service he could charge is $50. But he broke he thought everything was, all the leads were a scam, because he's like, I can't believe I got 300 leads in a month. And I'm like, that's marketing. That's when the shit works, it's like gasoline for your business, but you got to know what you're doing, like these little things. So that's why it's like $7 first time haircut. And notice it's not a man, it's not a woman. It's not, that's why you have to be so like Tank, you can't do nails for girls or barbers or boys. Like you literally have to pick who is the ideal client. Like if you're marketing to girls, you're not going to get boys. If you're marketing to men, you're not going to get women. Like, so you have to be very specific. Who's the person who's going to spend the most money for your product or service, for example? Tank says, I can't make endless content about barbershops. No, well, look at barbers. There's barbers, I can show you a lot of influencers that all they do is cut hair, but they have a huge following because of how they cut the hair, the story. So content always comes in 3 tips. One is tips or mistakes to avoid. Second is testimonials. And third is human connection or connection pieces. So like you would talk about how you helped a barbershop get 20 leads in 30 days using your system, or top mistakes, or barbers that use funnels generate 3 times more revenue than ones with websites. Or there's many different ways to do content, especially for barbershops and stuff like that. That's basically how you want to really niche down. Sasha says, yeah, once they get you, you get past the 1,000, yeah, HubSpot will charge you for extra contacts, will gatekeep. It's their business model shit. That's why it's like, there's other things for CRM. There's Go High Level, there's Pipedrive, there's Close, there's ClickUp. Honestly, I use ClickUp, infinite everything for $10. Pfft. Technically, people think it's a task manager, but if you know what you're doing, you can build a robust CRM in it that has all the flexibilities that you could want with HubSpot. Good things. You guys are jamming on the questions. Kat, you're brand new. Welcome. I do personal branding and copywriting, 100% word of mouth. Where should I start lead generation? Yep. I have a lot of business owners, and usually these are the worst things that you could do. Rely on referrals, networking are like the worst ways to like grow business. That's not gonna, like, that won't grow. like systematically where you're getting more leads every single month than you did previous month kind of thing. So number one is creating content, Kat. So for Kat, we could follow the same process. Hopefully we could find some good copywriters. I don't know, because like, I'm not gonna lie, copywriting is kind of dead because of ChatGPT and DeepSeek. Like people, like for me, I use DeepSeek for all my copywriting, and it's phenomenal if you know what you're doing. So it's like, yeah, of course there's like, so it's like, and personal branding, I would lean more into that because more people need a personal brand than copywriting. So I would market yourself as a personal branding consultant. They don't really care about the consulting. Yeah, copywriting is what you do to help them communicate, but it's really the branding that's the more thing. So it's like, again, those are two different services, copywriting versus personal branding. Technically, they're in the same umbrella of marketing, but that's why you want to focus on when you deliver results for a client. You're like, yeah, through my personal branding strategy, a client was able to 3x their whatever sales, their amount of followers, they're getting more leads or stuff like that. So you want to position yourself. I'm going to dump the copywriting because AI can do that now, but AI can't do personal branding. Personal branding. Let's see if we can find, oh, you know, if you know personal branding, you know Chris Do. Like for sure. Like shout out if you know Chris Do. I'm trying to keep also track of all the questions. Sorry. So Chris Do does personal branding. It's technically marketing too. So he hosts workshops. He hosts consulting on why, because he's built a personal brand. And if you notice, none of his content is AI generated. You can't do AI content if you want to build a personal brand. Very important. So for Kat, you're going to create content like Chris Do, where you're going to talk about the benefits, what are the do's and don'ts of personal branding, and also case studies or testimonials, so that people who do personal brand, or people that, because you always talk about what's the result of personal branding. Is it more leads, more sales, or more followers, basically? So they always talk about that's what your vehicle is, the personal branding, how they get to that destination or transformation. But the result is more leads, more sales, more trust, for example, like positioning in the market as well too. And then your lead magnet, we got to find a smaller creator because he's too big to like, I think we could find someone here that does personal branding. Hopefully only the smart ones are going to have a webinar funnel. Only the smart ones. Let's see how many smart ones we find. I feel less confident going through finding people from TikTok because, like, I'm not gonna lie, people on TikTok don't know what they're doing, which I'm like shocked at. Ugh, Linktree. You know how much I hate link trees. Ugh, 48 buttons there. Dear God. Let's see. This is a WordPress website. I can already tell. Ugh, John, you need a webinar. John, no one can look at this. You can even see the tech. Oh, he uses Go High Level. Ugh, he needs a webinar. You need a video sales letter. Let's hope this guy knows what he's doing. Ugh, Linktree. You guys could be making 3 times more money if you don't use a Linktree. It's like, oh, that's a sketchy website. Typeform. The worst thing you could do is a Typeform. You need a webinar, people. Webinar. Ooh. My marketing senses start tingling. I was like, ooh, I think I'm in a funnel. Ooh. Do you want 30 tips in 30 days to make 25 grand in profit with your marketing, with your coaching offer? Ooh, someone knows marketing. Oh, look at that. All right, Ben. Fine. Ben gave me hope. Thank God. There's hope. Well, no wonder he has almost a million followers. So he's spending money on a marketing agency. So they're doing the right principles versus all the other people who are just hobby. I help. Look how specific this is. I help online coaches scale to $25,000 per month and book a call. Look how hyper specific that is. One, it clearly calls out that he works only with online coaches. So like for Tank, this is like, I help barbershops generate $10,000 per month using your automation, for example. So it's like very hyper specific, so hyper specific. And then I'm so happy we have a funnel. This is a beautiful funnel. What is it built in? I'm curious. Oh, it's built in lead pages. Let's go. The guy who has 1 million followers spent I know he spent $10,000 on a marketing agency, and the marketing agency is making him more FU money. These principles work. That's why it's like, oh, I know I love my shit. I love marketing. Okay, let's go through his funnel. Test@gmail.com. Look at that. A webinar. Oh, wow. That's what you should be doing. He's making FU levels of money doing this. Okay. And it's all on Lead Pages, dope, which I'm excited for. Okay, cool. How long is this webinar video?
Hi, I'm Ben, and welcome to Creator Coach, where I help people like you turn knowledge into a full-time online business and gain true freedom. See,
7 seconds in, you're either his demographic or you're not. So this is for Kat. You would send an opt-in page. How to make 10 extra. I help online creators make $10,000 by improving their personal branding or whatever, something like that. Very hyper specific. They opt in, and then here you have your webinar. Hi, my name is Kat. I've helped 200 entrepreneurs generate over $500,000 in online revenue because I fixed their personal branding. Now they're able to generate more leads, more sales, and trust with their online community. I want to show you how my 3-step framework works. Here's step 1, we do this, step 2, step 3. By the way, here's Jack, who went through our program, and now he's able to generate blah, blah, blah more money. Here's Sally. She's able to quit her 9-to-5 because of personal branding, blah, blah, blah. And if you want this too, go ahead and click the link down below to book a discovery call. I want to find out your goals, your pain points, and give you a step-by-step roadmap on how you could quit your 9-to-5 job in just 30 days using our personal branding framework. That's a webinar. That's like what you kind of say. I know it's like people are like, what the fuck just happened? You can rewatch this on replay if you wanted, but that's a webinar. Sorry, you guys are like jamming on the comments. So hope that helps, Kat. That's pretty much how you would start your business instead of getting lead magnets or still for lead generation. Him says Alibaba supplier. Sorry, I can't answer Alibaba. I just not my expertise. Q, the CEO, says, what's the best way to warm a domain for email delivery? Q, you can't be spamming emails. Like, you can't cold email, and like if you're warming up a domain, if you're spamming emails, if you're trying to send 1,000 emails, that's not marketing. Create content, deliver value. That's it. Like, I get a dozen spam emails. Know what I do? I just go delete. I go, you've done nothing to benefit my life. You've done nothing to add value in my world. You've done nothing to help me. You just come and ask for the sale, and I'm like, delete. So that's why I'm like, don't warm up domains. Create content, build trust, show your face, show yourself, show your personal brand. Don't do the spammy kind of stuff. It doesn't work. All right, it works, but you're dealing in thousands of ratios. So for every 1,000 emails you send, it's a 1% conversion, but it's such a waste of time. AI Smart Money says, sorry, what do you mean they have to be separated? For the funnels, I know I've been talking about a lot of different stuff. Like, your lead magnet page has to be separated from your sales page. They're two completely different things, and you're going to send all your traffic through the lead magnet page. Oh, Sharon knows Chris. Really? Sharon knows. Oh, wait, I think I was Ben. I thought you were talking about this. Oh, it's Ben. Okay, Sharon. I was like, who's Chris? So that's what you're pretty much doing, is you're separating them so that you can separate your traffic and then upsell. Rob says they can buy for split demographics on Meta separating landing pages. Yes, but it's so much easier to make your main website the funnel and then your back end the sales page, because then you could just start sending all your traffic to one demographic. Because like, anytime you do it for two different demographics, you have to do the whole marketing process. You have to create a social media channel, you have to create content, you have to create a irresistible offer, you have to create the value letter for a whole different copy, images, all for that different demographic. And then you got to double your work for a whole nother separate. Like I used to say, for example, I had a life coach. And when we looked at his marketing, he was marketing to both men and women. So we would have to split our ad costs, build two separate funnels, one for men, one for women. And when we looked at the analytics, we're like, 80% of your clients are men. Why don't we just double down on men and just remove the women demographic? So then we just simplified it to one funnel. We ran all his ad campaigns targeting just men. The homepage was the lead magnet, and then his sales page all had men. He doubled his revenue just from focusing, and then all the marketing campaign, and then all his ad budget went all in on that one demographic. So he was able to make more money by simplifying instead of doing the whole separate and the whole, because you got to repeat the whole cycle over and over and over. Kara says, what are your thoughts on Podia? I just find Podia expensive. It's great. I don't have anything wrong. Like, Podia is great. It's just like too expensive for like courses and community. That's why I use that's such a good funnel. Shout out to him. That's why I like Circle Community. Kara. Circle is like $89. You get courses, you get community, you get a great mobile app, you get unlimited video hosting inside of it. You get also automate for the price of like the automation as well too. It's like super affordable. It integrates great with like make.com so that you can like scale. Podia is like a lot. I see a lot of enterprise or larger organizations use Podia. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like it's too big for small businesses, but like big businesses is like more enterprise level. So it works fine. There's no difference. Like if you have the extra money, it's like it's not going to make that much of a difference per se which one you choose. Both of them are great platforms to do courses, communities, automations, manage students and stuff like that. Kara, thank you so much, Kara. I want to make sure I pronounce that right. Thank you, Kara. So great to have you following. Okay, let's see. Then I'm looking at the questions. Okay, Tank says, I know I'm behind on the questions, but I can make endless content but I can't make endless content 6 times a day just about promoting barbershops. It should be side hustles. No, it's if you're all in on marketing for barbershops, that's all the content you should create. That's helping. Because then if I'm a barbershop and I'm looking for marketing, I come across your page, I'm like, oh, you're the expert for marketing that can help me get more leads and more sales. If you start doing different content for different niches, then I'm going to be like, oh, you're not like the real estate agent and the baker. I'm like, what are you? If I'm looking, I'm not gonna trust you with selling my $1,000 or $1 million home with your baking part time. Like I want the best real estate agent to help me. That's like the expert. It's the analogy of the brain surgeon. When you want brain surgery and like you want this shit done right, like you want a specialist, you don't want a generalist. You don't want a brain surgeon that part times as a baker. And you're like, I'm not going to trust you with my business or my brain if you're part-time as something else and you're not all in on this niche kind of thing. So yeah, you have to be the trusted advisor in that in order for clients to trust you to come to you for that that's the only go-to place for that solution. Hollywood Davis says, he can, but separate campaign and biz. Yeah, the whole separate thing is like you're splitting ad costs that you can maximize just focusing on one avatar and just fixing the funnel, optimizing that, and just getting an A/B testing to increase conversion. Because it's not, most people make the mistake that thinking that they could get more revenue by targeting a different demographic or adding another product. For example, like the jeweler, for example, she thought she can add more revenue if she added more products. Like, let me do shoes, and then let me do jewelry, and then let me do necklaces, and then all this other stuff. And it's like you actually dilute all your marketing, that you actually are something to everyone, which means you're nothing to everyone. So it's like you're not, by being very specific, you can, and because all marketing is, it's literally the key system is this is the 4-step key. One ideal avatar. You're solving one specific problem with one specific solution from one marketing channel, and you're scaling that to $100,000 a month. Everything else is a distraction. Like everything else, if you add a different avatar, you add a different product, you have to redo this equation and your whole marketing funnel and process and completely separate. So that's why it's easier to just fix your current funnel and then scale that versus trying to add a different demographic or add another product, because that won't help you make more money. Those are great questions. Kara says, I love barbers and tell a story with that client showing a before and after. Yep. Like there's the guy on Instagram. I'm sure like if we do barber, I know exactly who. It's like, let's type barber. You're going to get a ton, but hopefully we find the one that's making Man, I wish we could find, you know who I'm talking about too, the story guy that like goes around. Um, there's ones doing the service and then there's ones getting the story. You want to be the barber that gets the story. Um, oh yeah, there's this guy. He does memes and stuff. I mean, barber. Oh yeah, it's this guy. This guy, Vic Blends. You all know Vic.
Hey man, I would love to bless you with a haircut. You think I need one? I think I can make you look pretty good, man. Sure? I'm positive. Where you gonna do it at? Right here. I got my table and my chair. Sure.
Wait for it.
Very good. Come on, man, I got you. What is your name and what do you do?
There.
Glenn?
What is your name? What is your journey? What's your story? He's not just cutting hair, he's getting a story. So there's actually two things happening here, and you'll see a lot of marketers do this too. They'll be like making coffee while they're telling you something interesting. They'll be like, as they're making coffee, they're like, here's 5 tips you need to like lose 5 pounds, or like 5 tips you need and whatever. They're doing some activity while they're trying to communicate information to you. It's called infotainment. And what happens is one side of your brain is watching the activity and is distracted by that, while the other side, the audio, is feeding into your brain on another side. So it works that way. There's a specific marketing psychology term for it, and I forgot the name. But notice he's cutting hair, but it's not cutting hair. He's telling a story, and that's why he's able to get 268,000 likes, not even views. That's just likes. I wish I could see the views on that. But if you watch him like new episode. It's a story. He's trying to capture the story of what's the transformation, because at the end of the day, the most powerful communication is storytelling. Is telling of a transformation of people were suffering, they were down, they were low, they were without health, wealth, or relationships, but now they discovered this widget, this framework, this idea, this quote, and they were able to change their life around. And people love it's the hero's journey. From Campbell. People love a transformation. If you guys really want a dope framework, I know it's like the simplest kind of thing. It's on Amazon. Ninja ADHD books. Hold on, it's like what are they called? Ninja hacks. These stories. Let's do this one. Ninja life hacks. This is for kids, of course. But to me, it has the most powerful storytelling framework in like 8 pages, or I think it's like 12 pages. So every book in here they're trying to teach life lessons to kids, like how to deal with positivity, how to get over laziness, how to be helpful, how to deal with anger. And they're like teaching life kids. So the way they teach the life kids is through hero's journey, and all the frameworks follow the same. I actually have it documented. It's like some kid was struggling with some pain point. Then he met a wise ninja that taught him a secret. And now using that secret, he's able to no longer suffer, for example, because of that. So he learned some lesson, he learned some transformation. That's like the short version of the hero's journey, basically. This book, I highly recommend if you could buy the book, like from a marketing point of view. Like it's so simple. And after about 2 books, you'll understand like how to communicate storytelling. I used to want to like be a preacher, but that's another life. And so when I was studying how preachers talk and how they communicate through storytelling, these are like the storytelling frameworks and stuff. So interesting. Rod says, can you roast our ads library? I'll roast your ads. If you put your business, I don't want to say roast, but I'll audit your funnel, your ads, your website, if you guys really want. Hollywood Tree says, yes, love that dude. Put together. Love it, love it, love it. Sasha says he's great. Linktree is wild. What was Chris? Which Chris were you guys talking about? Did I come across? Which one was the Chris dude? I missed it. Johnny, Jane, Johnny, Rose, Tom. Which one was the Chris one? Yeah, let me know. We'll go down to like the comments. All right, that's too many tabs. I'm gonna close all these. Too many tabs. All of you know Chris. I missed Chris. Which Chris was which one? That's a good funnel. Let me put this up. Okay, let's back to your questions. Let's see. Appreciate. I'm like so behind on the comments. Sorry. Linktree is wild. I don't know if you guys know Chris's last name. Put it in the chat. Torchbearer wants to know Chris's last name, and plus I want to know too because Sharon says Chris is awesome. I'm like, which Chris? I want to catch that up. Tank says getting a haircut from different places, show testimonials and good method. It's storytelling. If you could connect. Oh, Chris, do okay, Chris. Okay, sorry, my brain is like dumb, like blah. Yeah, if you're anywhere in entrepreneurship, you'll come across Chris. Chris started long time. I remember his early stuff, Conde, because you have to understand for Chris, he has like a marketing branding agency. It's changed over the years as far as what he's done, but when he started early on, it was super competitive for his niche, and people wouldn't pay him like high levels. He was like struggling, like trying to get clients to pay a lot of money. So he went all in on personal branding. And so he started doing remember his whiteboard days when he did workshops. He would go live on YouTube when YouTube Live was the thing. That's dead, but that's wild. I remember that. He would go live on YouTube and do his 1-2 hour sessions of whiteboard training, his master classes, and he would live stream or record them. And those were the biggest thing as far as like personal branding. They set him up, and then he started doing entrepreneur tips. Then he got into like cold calling. And then he has a couple like business coaching programs. But he went all in on personal branding because he knew personal branding would be the differentiating factor between his agency and all his other agencies to make him stand out. So that's why in 2025, you have to double down on a personal brand because that is what's going to differentiate your business versus anyone else's. Hopefully that's my mission of why I'm putting out so much content where it's just my face. I'm always trying to be at least like authentically myself and cuss all the time and talk about how I'm eventually going to adopt a dog and stuff, whatever. And I love dirt bikes, but it's personal branding. Like that to me is what but it's a long-term game. Like I'm gambling on it to say like, that's going to work like 5 years from now. If I stay this course for the next 5 years, I feel I will build a personal brand that I can then leverage to grow even more. So it's like, it's a long-term strategy, but it's like the best strategy. Sharon says, right, he did mega long sessions on his faithful whiteboard. Yep, remember that. They were long too. People are just like, no one's gonna watch this hour. And he dropped value. I was like, that was a whole thing of like, man, those were the good days. Those were before the TikTok days. That's funny. Kat said, would you suggest LinkedIn? My clients have been mostly realtors and professional women. I'm not gonna lie, LinkedIn is trash and dead as a platform. Some super niche people have success on it, but like LinkedIn is a dead platform. Like you'll get 3 times more leads and sales. Like I've been posting content for like 2 years. LinkedIn, and actually I'll show you the analytics. I'll show you analytics because I somewhat post there and I kind of gave up. This is my email marketing. You can see all the leads I get, whatever. Let me show you the form because I get analytics on where people are coming from, and I find this fascinating. So, edit. This is ConvertKit. If you guys are interested, this is what I use for for email marketing. All right, cool. So first, what you're noticing here first, my landing page. Oh yeah, sorry. I know it gets cut off, so hopefully you guys can see that. My landing page is converting at 41%. That's above average. That's more than 20%. I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna like spend more time trying to optimize that. I could fuck it up, and I'm happy with it. Don't touch it. Then down here, I can see exactly where people are coming from. Most of my referred people know my website directly. It's usually from the lives because I always call out, go to simpletechskills.com if you want to sign up for the free newsletter. All my content has a call to action to say, do you want 100? You've seen all my short form videos. If you want 100 top AI, if you want 100 AI tools, go to simpletechskills.com and sign up for the free newsletter. Is like always the call to action in all my videos. That's why most of my traffic, 700 people at a 32% conversion rate, have come number one from all my content. Second to that is TikTok. There we go. Second most in demand where I get my traffic, TikTok. Third, and even it's such a even huge drop off, is YouTube. Then sub to that, even smaller. People just don't remember their website, so then they'll go to Google to try and find me. So that's my Google traffic. I'm also on Meetup. I have 3 Meetup communities, one in LA, one in Austin, Texas, and one in New York. It just sends people to the live webinar. That's all it does. It just says, "Hey, AI for business, watch the free live." It frustrates people because it's like they're used to doing Zooms, and I'm like, "Go fuck yourself. I'm not doing another Zoom." I'm like, "Come to lives. Lives are the new Zoom." I'm like, "Stop being a boomer. Come to the lives." And so, the meetups, I get traffic from meetups. Then I get people coming. That's just the website. Look at Linktree. Like Linktree, 7 visitors in the last, actually since I've had this, so in the last year, 7 visitors have came from LinkedIn and only 2 have converted. So I'm like, fuck LinkedIn. Why am I wasting my time posting there? Because it's like, that's the lowest of my like traffic. The only thing I'm going to add here, which I'm not marketing on, I left it to focus and double down on TikTok at the beginning of the year, was Instagram. So I'm going to repurpose all my content, throw it on Instagram, put it on Buffer, and just let that drive. And I'm going to see that in between. I predict in between TikTok and YouTube, I could get that traffic source going. So that's where I'm getting my traffic. And that's why I'm like, oh, for example, my life coach, or not my life coach, but my client that's a life coach, his wife, she bought a 3,500. I'm sorry, it's not 35. It was actually $5,000. She bought a $5,000 business coaching program, and all they did was tell her just to post on LinkedIn. She did that for 2 years, and she never got one sale. Like, and it's like, what, they scammed her. And I'm like, I feel so bad because like I've been coaching her husband, him, and he's been making, all we did for him was set up a Google ad, a funnel, and he makes $10,000 a month just from Google ads and the funnel. He doesn't even create content. He's a much older gentleman. He has 2 businesses, and I built the funnel. He was one of my first clients, and so that's wild. He's made $10,000. He makes $10,000 per month from just Google ads and a really good funnel, and then people book on the funnel automatically for like life coaching, or he also has another business all through that. And so it's a long answer to say, I don't recommend LinkedIn. Sasha says, "You the man." No, you're Sasha. I appreciate each and every one of you for following. Tom says, "What about acquisitions? Want to build some tools to make some. Want to build some tools with Make to get better evaluation." Yeah, for the acquisitions, it depends. Like, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to talk about the acquisition process on TikTok and Instagram. Surprisingly enough, that's where you're going to actually get more people from there. And then Tom says, "Do I need lead pages and webinars for acquisition into it?" Technically, you're going to do webinars to warm people up to why they should hire you for the acquisition, or to go through the acquisition process. Because you'll have your short form content. You're like 3 mistakes to avoid, 3 tips too, how to get your business ready for an exit, 3 mistakes that prevent a business from being sellable, how to move yourself from a solopreneur to a business that can sell in 3 to 5 years, whatever. You're going to push all that traffic to the webinar, just like we saw from Ben here. Funnel to a webinar. From the webinar, you're going to nurture people to sale. I wouldn't worry about the tools, because the tools aren't that much of a lead magnet. It's more of those type of people, they come from like, they're book readers, honestly. Like, remember, if you know the book Built to Sell, it's basically an acquisition book. It teaches you how to build a business to then exit. And so like you would do like, most of those like books and webinars are like the main things of like how to exit and stuff like that. Tyler says 1,000% engaged subscribers. Love it. Tyler says, "Do you have lead and funnel classes?" Yes, just not done yet inside the AI community. Right now I'm in the middle of recording. Let's see, we actually sign into the community, Circle community. Right now I'm in the middle of recording. You guys can see all the courses. So there's a 2-hour nurturing course, 4-hour ChatGPT and prompt engineering course, 4-hour Make.com and AI automation course. Right now I'm recording the social media content course, and then the funnels is going to be in the digital marketing course. And to kind of show you like how, like, I'm really excited for the content course, because the content also goes into like lives. So like the social media course, the curriculum, again, everything's in Notion. So you could kind of see like all the things I have lined up for all the lessons. So we're going to do face versus faceless, how to build a social media content database, how to record using the TikTok app. This is mostly going to be short form and lives, basically. How video editing tools, how to automate your content posting, how to look at analytics and optimizations, how to do live streams, how to do your live stream setup, and how to do engagement for your strategy. And so this is just for social media content. I should be doing them in reverse. I should technically be doing the digital marketing course before the social media because the digital marketing course teaches you funnels and how to turn visitors into leads. The content course is traffic, how to get traffic from organic content without paying for ads, for example. So I'm kind of doing it in reverse, but I got to this one because people, they want to know how to automate, because a lot of my people, they go through and get, they're already in make.com, so they're trying to automate their social media content. So, but yeah, I'm looking to get these two done by Monday, because then all next week I'm gonna be doing N8N automation course. Man, I got a lot. I'm behind, not gonna lie. Tom says, Tom drops 6 lightning bolts. I honestly appreciate each and every one of you. If you guys are finding this valuable, just please follow so you can stay up to date. And if you guys want a free gift, you could go to simpletechskills.com. How do you refresh this? There we go. QR code, simple. You get the free lead magnet, join. And then we only have 13 memberships left on the AI community, the annual plan. After that, they're gone. And then the price is literally going to double. So if you like this type of stuff in the courses, I highly recommend join before that price is going to be gone pretty fast. Let's see what else. Okay, questions. Tom said, this is just what I needed. Been sidetracked with side quests on stuff outside acquisition. It happens, trust. It's like there's so much ADD shiny object, especially in the AI world. It's like trying to shiny object AI, a new tool and all this. It's like we need to just focus on helping people get more leads, fix their social media content, how to give them the right strategy, for example. Tom's like, yeah, the haircut guy did Obama's cut. Yeah, that kid moved fast, all through organic content, like just telling stories and organic content. Incredibly powerful. You guy says, yeah, I love that guy. Almost caught up. Kara says craft and content. Yep, the craft and what the content is. Tyler says, dang, I wish I figured out how to do storytelling. It's next. I'll give you a great guy if you like. Oh, did I save it? I actually saved it. I'll give you a really good example of storytelling. If you guys watch this guy's webinar, Storytelling TED Talk, it's like the British white guy. This guy. If you watch this webinar, I love this webinar from his name's, let's go here. I can't play it for copyright kind of thing, but
how is it possible for you?
Okay, hold on. So his name's David J.P. Phillips. He has a course on storytelling, which I recommend. That's all he does. Like he did it. This TED Talk blew my mind when I first heard it. Like I was like, fuck, this is like, he talks about the chemicals and story. Like it's so good. And then when you go and find him, you can find, he now has a YouTube channel where he does stuff. And then if you go through his funnel, that's a great one. If you watch any of his stuff, he's like great at. That's a great TED Talk about it. I don't know if you guys remember Art of Charm days. That's funny. So here's his YouTube channel, link in bio. Takes you to his website. Why is his website? Like, do I have a lot of tabs open? Is that why? I think I just have too many tabs. Let's close some tabs. Okay, so website lists programs, courses. Look at that. I love that, like, Zoom and selling Zoom. That's like my dream. Okay, so then now notice, it's a course, but before you could buy the course, you have to go through the free training. It's a webinar, it's a masterclass. That's how it's done properly. So if we go through the training, it's going to hopefully send us to a landing page. Oh, that's a funnel. Art, just perfect. I get so excited when I see good marketing funnels. I'm just like, This is beautiful. They all structure the same, basically. We're not going to know Alex Hormozi, but same thing. Discover the 3-step proven webinar biochemistry system for entrepreneurs to finally present their ideas with confidence and engage their audience in 90 days. That could technically be a template. Like if we go, let's go to chat. I'm actually bring out my cool Cider. It's an excuse for me to show you Cider. Cider is an AI assistant. You could just talk. Reverse engineer this copywriting framework for webinars, so any business coach / consultant can fill in the blank for their landing page. Let's see. I'm kind of curious. Paste. This is Cider. Cider allows you to use AI, and I had to throw some AI. I haven't talked about AI this whole thing yet, but Cider's real nice. Okay. So here's the framework. Unlock our 3-step proven. Insert the unique name of your system for target. So let me copy this so you guys could take a screenshot because I want to give you guys more value. More value. As if there wasn't enough value. Okay, cool. So let me do this so that you guys can like see it a little better. There. So I can zoom in because you know me. I love zooming in. You can take a screenshot. Unlock or discover the 3-step and what's your unique system for who is your specific target audience, 2, what is the achieved desired outcome in what is the time frame, for example. So take a screenshot, 3 seconds, 1, 2, that's copywriting right there. So that's basically crafting. And then if we look at the example of what that is, now you can read this knowing the template. Discover the 3-step proven, here's our system for entrepreneurs to present their ideas with confidence and engage their audience in just 90 days. That's art. Good copywriting. And then look, VSL. It's not a VSL. Nice, yeah. Yes, show me how. Here's the top things you learned. This is all copywriting. And then if you go in, that's the only way to buy the course. And it's probably a $997 course or $2,000, $500, give or take. It's going to be one of those two prices between that because this is a very high ticket program. And then he's using ClickFunnels. So he's hired a very expensive marketing agent to set this up. There's no way you're going to do this on ClickFunnels on your own first try. So he's hired a marketing agency. So that's like funnel sell, webinar sell. The only difference between this training is going live. It's the same thing. I'm doing the same thing basically. If you want more of this, my funnels, my marketing, my training or one-on-one coaching, just sign up for the AI community and you get more of this, just more tailored towards your business, for example. David says, or Hollywood David says, that's a new segment for the show, roast your ads. I'd rather roast your webpage, but 100% like roast. It's like roast your marketing, roast your business. It's like I could look at your website, your social media, and your funnel, so I could determine like where is the disconnect and how to fix it. For example, so okay, Chicago Lux. I know I'm behind on the questions. Please forgive me. I want to make sure I answer everyone. Chicago Lux Modeling says audit mine. That Ivy Drain Fusion, is that a TikTok account? Let me see. I'm gonna gamble and say try that. I'm not that far away from the comments. Audit mine. Okay. Oh, so it's a .com. Okay, cool. So this, please don't be a spam website. .com. Nice. Okay, cool. So, Chicago Lux Remodeling. Great to meet you. This is like super high ticket kind of stuff. Like this is such a very high end demographic. Wait. Is that where you are? Dude, I'm close by. Or, I'm sorry, miss. I'm close by. That's funny. Yeah, you're close to me. That's kind of funny. Oh, wait, hide. No, it does this somewhere else. It does your location. Never mind. Save time. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, this is like a Shopify store, isn't this? WordPress. Ugh. And, oh, MailChimp. Oh, boy. We got a lot. The AI doctors is like, oh, we gotta fix this. Okay, cool. So remember, process is gonna be the same. We're gonna do a new one. All right, warm up, people. Stretch up. Ready for another funnel. We're gonna do. I love funnel hacking. Like I nerd out on funnel hacking. Okay, so the framework is going to be the same. It doesn't matter what your product or service is. Basically, what I'm going to do is basically the same. The framework of basically let's see how we can improve this, because I know there's already demand for this. Hydrofusion, like, so is it IV drips? Perfect. And same day delivery, nice. And in Chicago, and then 100% Brooklyn. Okay, cool. So number one, I want to see your VSL.
Offers a faster, more effective way to deliver essential vitamins and nutrients to your body. Unlike oral supplements, which have to pass through your digestive system, IV therapy provides direct access to your bloodstream, allowing for maximum absorption and quicker results. Whether you're boosting immunity, recovering from a workout.
Nice. It's good. It's really good. I would just add, this is really good copy and how you're talking and stuff like that. I would just add more videos of like, I know you can't, because I know probably some people just don't want to show like face and testimonials, but if you can show like you doing it, because basically when I watch this video, I want to see people that look like me going through it. I want to see, this is really for rich people at the end of the day. It's like these people have money. So I want to see people at a hotel, at a where they actually like would hire for this, for example. So let's look at, now we know IV drips service. So now, and it works regardless of any funnel. It's like I want to find. Look, I want sponsored ads right here. Sponsored ad. Oh, and look at that. 50% off first time visit. I'm like, ooh, that's an irresistible offer. That's like, bam, you have my attention first time. Because you're going to make your money on the markup, because I know that they're going to come back for more, or you have other services. Is Chicago even on? Wait a minute. Is Chicago even watching? Chicago, say hi in the chat. I don't want to roast your, I don't want to give you tips if you're not online. I may pivot then. Chicago Lux Modeling, are you watching? Say hi in the chat. Give it a couple seconds. If not, I will pivot, because you got to watch the show if I'm going to audit your website, if I'm going to go through all this work. Okay. I don't think she's on. Bummer. Oh, she missed out. Okay. She's probably going to come back. Skip. Tom says, you got me 99% ready to buy into the community. I think the acquisition space has so much. Yeah, because like, even not just the AI kind of thing, like I guarantee in the acquisition space, no one's doing webinars, no one's doing content. It's a very like, I don't want to say traditional business model where everyone kind of does the same. So like by adding live streams, by doing content, like for me, I would love the acquisition process. I'm like super nerdy. Like I want to know everything about it. If I'm a first time business owner, I want to know how to get my business set up to exit over time. I want to look for workshops. I want to learn for training. Like I want to, like if I think in my head, like outside of Alex Hormozi and acquisition.com, I'm like, who else do I know? And it's really the book Built to Sell, but I don't have an influencer in my mind that I could associate to be like, oh, that's the go-to guy for acquisition. Why? Oh, because I've watched his content and I liked it a couple times, and now the algorithm is feeding me more content like that. So that's where it's like, it's really ripe for you to, oh yeah, Cody Sanchez. She would be a great model of acquisition. She's very social media heavy, and she gets on speaking tours. She gets in the right rooms and does the right speeches, because then everyone, so like 100%, she would be the great for. Let's actually go to Cody's. Oh, bummer. Luxury thing with the IV. Bummer. You missed an opportunity. See, if you don't watch the streams, you don't get the dreams. Okay, anyway, sorry. I'm a bad rapper. Let's go to TikTok. What's Cody up to? She's such a gangster. Such a G.
The Panama Canal is...
Shush. Okay. Cody Sanchez. Because I know she runs ads. I know. What's her funnel? Sup, Cody? Like, whiteboards are perfect. like perfect type for like type of content, like infographic. Hollywood David's like Cody's a G, like Chris is a gangster, Cody, like we all follow the same content at the end of the day. We're all trying to learn about entrepreneurship from these great people that share so much content and value with us, and we're like sponges trying to learn as much as we can. So 100% you're in the right family if you're like watching this. So notice she does whiteboards. She does really good content. Her how she does interviews too is really good. So notice she does whiteboard, then she does, and here's a hack too. That technically doesn't have to be an actual podcast. Technically, Alex does that too. Alex Hermosi, he'll put the mic and they'll record him saying something interesting, but it's not an actual podcast. He's just in a room in acquisition.com with the podcast mic, but because people think podcast has a different tone, different setting, and then look at the for Tom. Oh, dude, Tom, I love funnel hacking. This would be dope. I get the funnel hack acquisitions. Okay, so look at the call to actions, or the like, make 15% more money. 3 worst businesses you could ever buy. Let's see. I love rooms like this with Zooms. That's fine. That's my dream. That's what I want to do. What's else kind of thing? She's really good at hooks too. Now interesting too, the way she gets exposure now, it's the same strategy too. She gets on other people's shows that people like, these type of interview shows, their audience, their entrepreneur shows. She goes like on a speaking tour basically. The truth about working at Goldman. The richest blah 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 happens when blah blah blah. Okay, now let's look at her funnel. So banging content, awesome content. Look at the call to action. Follow to make money with boring businesses. So her call to action is like, hey, if you want to make more money or you want to sell, like she's the go-to. Let's go to her link tree. Again, I don't like link trees. Like, look at all the menu options. I just don't know, as a customer, like prospect, I don't know where to go. There's 14 different doors. It's like choose your own adventure. Because the reason why is there's 3 leads. There's cold leads, warm leads, and hot leads. Cold leads don't know which option they should get. Technically, it's structured from the top down, cold to warm. So you'll see the free stuff at the top, and you'll see the warm stuff in the middle, and the hot stuff at the bottom. Tom's like, how do I do better than her since she's not super personable? Yeah, she is kind of rough. I want to get people into deals. Well, you just talk about that. You talk about the top of funnel, and like, look, okay, let's do an exercise too, because like this is dope. Let's get DeepSeek in on the action, because we haven't given some DeepSeek some love. DeepSeek is fucking great at copywriting. Wait, hold on. I gotta log in. Oh, I gotta confirm I'm not a robot. Okay, cool. I'm in DeepSeek. DeepSeek's the shit, not gonna lie. Okay. You are a marketing copywriting expert and business strategist. My business is acquisitions. So I want to know what are some 7 different lead magnets for my ideal client. What are 13 content hooks and ideas, or give me more topics that my ideal client, both top and middle of the funnel, would be attracted to. Plus, I want you to break down who is my ideal client, both demographic, their age. I want to know their pain points, their struggles. What are the top 5 things that keep them up at night? What are their dreams and their desires? Then I want you to give me 3 different lead magnets that I could do. I also want you to give me 3 different webinar topics as a top of funnel lead magnet. And then also give me ideas about a group coaching program that I could take entrepreneurs in that goes through a 12-month program to get them set up for acquisitions or to exit, for example. Isn't it nice doing voice to text? If you do voice to text, it's only on Mac, sorry, PC. You actually save 12 hours a week. A little productivity there. Tom said, and I'm actually going to throw this in the R1 because I haven't used my R1 credit for the day, and I always like to use the R1. So wait, R1, hit that in the oven. Bing, it's in the oven. We're baking some marketing strategy right now. So let's let Deep think while we read some comments. Man, marketing. I love marketing. Candy says it's confusing. Yeah, look how confusing this is. There's 12 different buttons here. It's like super overwhelming because technically if we break it out, technically it would work like this. Step number 1 would be this. Is that the same thing? Yeah. This would be technically, if she, I'm not gonna say if she wants to marry, she's making more than enough money. She could care less. Like, this is her free email newsletter. This would be the only thing first that technically would be the link. Hey, how to free your mind and build your bank account. Join a community of 750. So this, I don't think this is her about. Oh, it says contrarian. Meet the original contrarian. Is this her thing? So that's her business. Okay, cool. So, oh, there's actually some good lead mags. Sign up. I see right here. Ooh, web. Okay, because she does more events. She gets paid more also as a speaker too. So, lead magnet number 1. Okay, cool. Join the email newsletter. Same thing as mine. You're joining the AI email newsletter, and you get all these free goodies. Nice. Second is like, yeah, she does sponsorships, which is like, again, she's right now making more money for speaking engagements too. This is a tool, which is like, nah. Your fast track to business ownership. Ooh, nice. Okay. Make your own dreams around it. She does events too. Because, like, not gonna lie, events are like incredibly lucrative too. Because then you could partner with other people like these guys. You've seen Dan Martell, I'm sure. Like, Dan and Pace. So yeah, they do large event programs. So this is like tickets. So her business model is speaking engagement and filling seats and tickets, basically. That's her business. There's not so much. All these are like free things. It's like so confusing because you don't know which is the free thing for you. Or then the next would be the book. But it doesn't even link to the book. So her link tree is not even set up correctly. Or it's not been updated. Because this is order my book, but it takes you to buy tickets. So it's like, I don't know if it's outdated. So it's like, ugh, I just get frustrated with link trees. It's like, so will your customers too. It's like, Tom says, that's why I think if I go use these tools and build the tools and send them to, no, it's like the tools aren't really going to be the value add for Tom. It's really, you're going to be, what would you do instead of a link tree? It's her company. Yeah, so like for you, it's the same thing. Like if you go, you would have some lead magnet. It's like some gift. Oh, let's look at the oven. Let's look at DeepSeek. What did DeepSeek say? Awesome. Thank you, Linktree. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you, DeepSeek. All right. First, we need to identify your ideal demographic. This is first in marketing 101 is you need to know who's your ideal avatar before you come up with a product or service. We have 3 minutes left, and then I'm gonna take a break. Nice. So 3 minutes left. We'll end on this. So number 1. This is why you're going to use DeepSeek for these large projects. So your demographics is 35 to 65-year-old established entrepreneurs, mid-sized business owners, and C-suite executives and investors. They're usually CEOs, CFOs, private equity associates, serial entrepreneurs, family-owned businesses, industry, cross-industry. There's industry agnostic. It really, like, you could pick your industry. Pain points, finding the right target, their fear of overpaying or acquiring a mismatched business, the valuation uncertainty, difficulty assessing fair market value, funding challenges, securing capital and structured deals advantageously, integration risk, post-acquisition, operational culture. I like nerd out on this type of stuff. Like, I mean, some people may find this dry, but I find this fascinating because these are the things that you need in order to set your business up to exit successfully. And it's like, if you set your business up to run on autopilot or exit, it's going to be the same framework. Exit strategy, maximizing ROI when selling. So what are the things that keep them up at night? Did I miss the red flag due to in due diligence? How do I avoid over leveraging debt? Will this acquisition actually scale my revenue? What if the seller hides critical liabilities? Am I leaving money on the table? Oh, that's a good one. Am I leaving money on the table in my exit? Like, that's a lead magnet right there. It's like, oh, that's a great one. Desires, what are their desires? Because you have to know what their pain is, what they're in pain, and what is their dream outcome that they're going for. Tom's like lightning. Rapid portfolio growth through strategic acquisitions, a seamless exit with a life-changing ROI. Ooh, do you want a life-change? I mean, this gets into, I forgot the mastermind group that's like only from people that have made like a couple mil. Anyways, becoming a respected player in the industry via mergers and acquisitions. Lead magnets. The 5 deadly mistakes buyers make in due diligence and how to avoid them. That's great. Quiz. What's your acquisition IQ? Or even a quiz, or actually a survey. What's your valuation? And fill out this form and get a quick valuation would actually be really dope. You could do that in like type form, real simple, like super simple. Checklist. Oh, I love this checklist. The ultimate pre-acquisition checklist, 27 steps to vet any business. You could turn that into kind of like a webinar. That's a good one right there. So these are just free guys to give away. Middle funnel case studies, how we helped a client 3x ROI by acquiring a failing competitor. Template packet, term sheet templates, valuation multiplier calculators, webinar replay, how to structure seller financing deals without getting burned. Oh, nice. Ebook, the hidden playbook, 7 acquisition strategies private equity firms don't want you to know. Oh, I love that one. I know this is super like niche kind of thing, but also look at how good R1 is at copywriting. Like, if you prompt it correctly, R1 is, you're not going to get this on ChatGPT. You're not going to get this on Mistral, you're not going to get this on Claude. This is R1. And why I use, because the lady that was on Kat, she's like, I do copywriting. I'm like, copywriting is dead. You're going to use DeepSeek, and I'm never going to hire you for copywriting because I could get a faster, easier thing here. So Candy is like sharing donuts and love. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are awesome. We're going to bring this to an end. We're going to end on this. 13 content hooks, how to spot zombie companies before you acquire it. 5 industries primed for consolidation, why your first offer should never be your best offer. Ooh, tell me more. Grok 3 is pretty good. Trust, once you go DeepSeek, you never go back. It's like way better. Middle funnel, how to negotiate earnouts and buyer protections, webinars. I want the webinars mostly. Acquisition hunting 101, how to find hidden gems. Now, again, you're probably like, you're doing the acquisition. So this is kind of like, this is probably like targeting other people that want to like get into acquisition. So it's not like specific, but you could fix this with the prompt, or the prompt to be more specific. From broke to billionaire, how 3 entrepreneurs use acquisitions to build empires. Fuck, that's sexy. Coaching program. Now, this is the other thing, is like, if you can do like a 12-month coaching program, would be dope. And look at all these. Oh, this would be a sick course. And then, because this, you could funnel people in at scale at a low ticket. I mean, you could charge like, and you would charge like $2,500 a year to $5,000 a year. It's low ticket technically for this type of demographic. And then through the 12 months, you could do through courses and community to kind of nurture them towards, look, discovery, valuation, funding, portfolio, exit prep. This is like all the levels, which is like the things that you would fix anyways. So you're just offloading your expertise in it. Bonus middle funnel lead magnets, the 3-hour acquisition sprint, toolkit, playbook. Nice. That's pretty dope. I'm happy with that. So that's basic. Candy's like, share the live. I appreciate you, Candy. That's like using, again, what we're using DeepSeek for is to define who's my ideal client, what is their pain point, what is their desire, what are some lead magnets that I could create, what are some webinars that I could use to nurture them, and then from there I'm going to create content. Now again, for your content, it's super niche. I don't know like much like again, acquisition. I don't know many acquisition influencers, but I'm sure, I mean, other than Alex, maybe this guy, of course Cody, but she's very top. Layla, of course, Layla. Actually, Layla would actually be really good to like funnel hack her, because I'm like, all these other guys look boring as shit. But I'm sure there's some people in here that are like really good. I just don't know them. Business coach for creating generational wealth. Okay, he sounds like one. So basically, when you go through their videos, something went wrong. You would find, oh look, he does. I've seen his content before. I think he's more real estate though, if I'm not mistaken. So you would basically find, Layla's great. Shout out to Layla. You would basically copy whatever viral content they create and create a swipe file and then save, and then you try and create them as well too, or pretty much cover the topics too. Candy's like, how do I funnel hack a business? Honestly, I learned it from you can now just do it through. I was gonna I don't want you. No, people don't want to read books anymore, so I'm like, aw. Russell, because you could read the book .com Secrets, and like that's how I learned. But the same thing, like, Russell Brunson does a lot of funnel hacking. Like, I mean, he's the original one that came up for it, for example. So like he has like some they're like his old webinars. Like, let's see if we find this. Oh yeah, this is a great one. Funnel hacking Russell Brunson webinar. This is a great one. He does the same presentation roughly.
Hey guys, welcome to the webinar today.
Yeah, this webinar.
I launched my very first automated.
This is a great webinar. So like for Candy, for learning how to funnel hack, this will give you the framework. And so this is how I learned funnel hacking. And then through my way, I do a little bit different where I'm like, I use Google to like find people's funnels. I open a bunch of tabs to see like who has funnels, who doesn't, dump the rest, keep the ones that are funnels, and then I'll use DeepSeek to like, actually I have a whole process that actually shows funnel hacking in this video I just recently recorded 3 weeks ago. Yeah, this video right here, how to build a funnel with Google Ad 2025 tutorial. If you, let me see if you could say that. So you could take a screenshot, Candy. If you watch this video, you'll see me use my framework for how to funnel hack. I just do it for a life coaching client, but you watch me how to market research, audit funnels, use AI to do the copywriting, create the funnel in lead pages. Then I go and do the Google ad, and then I set up the Google ad conversion. So it's literally like my client paid me like $2,000 to set them up with this whole funnel. So you see the whole process of what I did. I just kind of like show like what I do. Dr. T in the house. He's like, all love. Got to take your break, Jonathan. I appreciate it. People are like on the live streams are like, John, take a break. John, you have a meeting. John, I just get lost in the sauce. You know me. So if you guys find this valuable, please go to simpletechskills.com. You can sign up for the free newsletter. Saturday is like that. We have our special Saturday. And if you guys want to really join and take it the next step, the annual member gets you a one-on-one with me. So I go through this process on a one-on-one, 1 hour deep dive into your business. And then I also reduce the price too for at Simple Tech Skills. I reduced the price for the one-on-one consulting. So if you just want an hour one-on-one consulting, you could click this link to the one-on-one coaching and you could just book directly and just buy an hour. So I reduced the price there. It's way more affordable. So if you're like, I just want an hour of time just to focus and give me a blueprint step-by-step, you get a recording of it, step-by-step guide and everything that you need. So basically I do this just for your business. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you, Dr. T, for he's like break time. I appreciate it. You guys are rocking. I'm going to be back in 2 hours secretly for the late night crowd around 10. And then the 1 hour coaching is just $197 in all transparency. So if you want a 1 hour session is just $197. And then we go through the, I'm secretly going to go longer than an hour. So make sure you have some extra time after, but, that's just a quick way to get on my calendar and then I can focus on your business. And then of course you also get the hour 2 included in the annual plan or the annual package of the membership. So it depends. If you want to spend $359, you get the hour plus you get 1 year access to the AI community. You just get more of that. And then if you just want book time, because I know a lot of people just want more one-on-one time, I reduced the price because I want to help you guys more. So that's really the flow. I love this of the show, is that let me actually funnel hack your businesses, help you get more leads and sales. It's what I love to do. I'm truly grateful for each and every one of you. And I just want to say for 5 seconds that I truly appreciate each and every one of you, the time that you guys and the attention. I really am grateful